Okay, you guys, so like I said before, the Sabre line from Palmetto State Armory, it's all about having an upgraded rifle without breaking the bank. Whether we're talking about a complete upper like I bought or a fully built rifle, they put all kinds of upgrades on these things. For instance, instead of this same old mil-spec charging handle that everybody has on their gun, they put the Radian Raptor on here, which I think was kind of a nice touch. Now, I've always liked these charging handles. I think they're a little bit more expensive than what they're worth, but I do think that it's a quality part. Is it worth it for, I don't know, a budget build? Definitely not. But if you're wanting to do something that's a little bit more upgraded, then yeah, you might as well buy one. Now, the bolt carrier group is supposed to be some, I don't know, PSA custom something or other. Honestly, if it got swapped with any other bolt carrier group that I have from Palmetto State Armory, I'd never notice the difference. There's no markings or anything visually that stands out as it being different from anything else that I've gotten from PSA in the past. So whatever it is that Palmetto State has to say about the bolt carrier group for the Sabre, I really just have to take their word for it because I can't see a difference in it in any way, shape, or form from the ones from their cheaper kits. The upper that I ordered, it's a 14.5-inch pinned and welded barrel. Now, PSA says these barrels are made by FN specifically for PSA for the Sabre line. Again, just another thing to put on the list of upgrades for the Sabre. The muzzle device, it's listed as a Sabre compensator. It's pinned and welded, so it brings the overall length of the barrel up past that 16-inch mark. So instead of it being an SBR or a pistol, it is actually a rifle. If you want something where the overall length is a little bit shorter, but you don't want to deal with the bureaucracy and red tape, just go with something that's pinned and welded. This Sabre compensator, it's pretty cool. It's externally threaded, so if you have a suppressor, you can just put it right on there. For those of you that do have a suppressor and you want to go ahead and just screw it on the end, this also comes with the adjustable gas block. Now, some of the kits do have an adjustable gas block. Some of them do not. I opted for the one that is adjustable. My only complaint when it comes to adjustable gas blocks is that you can't really reach them. This kit right here, it comes with this long ass Allen wrench that's, it's about this long that you got to get down in there to be able to make your adjustments. Now, if you use a suppressor and you need to make an adjustment to your gas system between unsuppressed and suppressed, if you don't have that Allen wrench, you're pretty much screwed. When I first put this rifle together, I took it out and I test fired it. I got my gas system all dialed in to where it was working like it should. It actually didn't take much adjustment at all. Unfortunately, since then, I've lost the Allen wrench. It's about this long, it's tiny. It's somewhere in this mess of an office that I have. Right now, my Sabre is running like a Swiss watch, so not that big of a deal. But if I were to throw a can on there, I would need to adjust my gas, but I can't find the Allen wrench, so it is what it is. Okay, so we're almost done with the overview portion of this review. The Sabre kits generally don't come with any type of sights. To me, that's fine though. Flip-up sights are garbage, and like most other things, I really wanted to make a lot of the choices myself as far as how this thing was set up. Like I said earlier, I did disassemble my Jackal. One of the parts that was on it was the Holosun Ames. Now, the Ames originally, I ordered that in for this gun. That's what it was intended for. But like I said in my Jackal video, when it came in, I put it on the Jackal to test it out, and I really liked the way that it worked on the Jackal. So that's where it stayed. I really like this Holosun Ames, and while we sit here and wait for something to happen with the pistol brace rule, I took it off of the Jackal and it's going to stay here on the Sabre for a little while. I do have another sight here in the office for the AR platform that I'm going to move over to it to start testing pretty soon, so I will have to take the Ames off. But the Ames works really well on this rifle. As a backup sighting system, What I've put on here is a set of 45-degree iron sights, and these are from a small company based out of Texas called Mentium USA. The price of 45-degree backup iron sights like this from the more well-known brands is actually pretty damn disgusting. This complete set of 45-degree irons from Mentium, I believe it cost me 25 bucks. Everything that I bought from that company is extremely well built, tough, rugged. You know, the sights, they never move. I haven't had any issues with, losing zero or movement or anything. I bought a lot of parts through those guys, and everything's always top notch. This set used to be on my AR pistol that I don't have anymore. They have been beat up. They've been dropped on the ground. They haven't been taken very good care of, but they're still in excellent condition. Had them in a box, and I thought, you know what? They're going to go really well on here. But before I put them on, I did go ahead and add a new front sight post up here. This is from Blitzkrieg. If you haven't seen the sight systems from Blitzkrieg, you really got to go check them out. I have them on all kinds of weapons. Let's see, I got them on the MP5. I put them on the backup sights on this. This is my Freedom 5.56. And this gun also, the front sight post, I've got one of the Blitzkrieg sights on there as well. Their sight posts really, they kind of remind me of a fiber optic sight, except they're not fiber optic. There's a channel that's milled into the sight post, and there's some sort of luminescent, I don't know if it's a paint or a plastic that's glued down in there. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but during the day you can see them really well. During the night, they have different ones that glow. I've got the glowing one here in the Sabre. All in all, I can't say enough good things about Blitzkrieg. Now, the next thing on my list is the light. Yeah, you can talk shit about the fact that I put an O-light on this all you want. There are times that I am all about spending excessive amounts of money on things, and there's times that I'm not. I did not want to go spend several $100s on a light for this gun. I just didn't. Sure, Olight is made in China. Well, guess what? So are some of my favorite strippers. Get over it. Sure, Olight isn't the brightest light that's on the market. Really, I think it's going to boil down to, what do you need a light for? Really, I think this light is going to work for what I need it to do on this gun. I like the mounting system that comes with these things. I like the fact that it's a quick detach as well. I like the magnetic charging system that comes with this light that they use on basically all of their products. I have beat the piss out of multiple products from Olight. And yeah, if you go to the Olight store and you use 360TS as your discount code, you can get 10% off. But, if the lights hadn't worked for me the way that they have, I wouldn't put one on my gun, and I wouldn't have another one over here. This is my house flashlight for, if the power goes out. I wouldn't use them if I didn't feel like they worked well. No, it's not a Surefire. No, it's not a Streamlight. But you know what? It works well for what I need it to do. So the last thing I need to mention about this build before somebody dips down in the comments section to type that the gun is overgassed. The gas system is dialed in. The ejection pattern is intentional. And what I use on every AR that I own is the deflector brake. So you'll see in shooting footage right here, this is the deflector brake. It's just a little, I don't think this is rubber, it's some sort of foam material that sticks on there, and as the shell ejects, it hits and kind of redirects it. Why would you want to do that? Well, for a few reasons. Guns like this here, the old Freedom 5.56, when people invest money into Cerakoting a gun and then you have the shell ejecting and hitting right here, it eats through that Cerakote rather quickly. So that saves that, which is nice. I don't want to spend, $500-600 having a gun Cerakoted just for it to get ruined the first time I take it out. Of course, I do my own Cerakote, so that's not something I worry about. But another thing that the deflector brake does is it gives you a predictable pattern with your brass. I can actually take a 5-gallon bucket and set it out there, and while I'm shooting, probably 8 out of 10 rounds will land inside of that bucket. You know where that brass isn't going? Isn't going directly into the face of the person standing next to me. Or if I'm at an indoor range, it's not hitting that little partition and then bouncing back and hitting me in the face. On top of that, for all you people who are reloading, when that shell gets ejected, it's not getting dented or dinged on the deflector itself because of the deflector brake. So there are all kinds of advantages to the deflector brake. I just had to get that out there because 100% somebody's going to be down in those comments if I don't mention it. So this saber is chambered in 223 Wild. I went with that one because they say it's the best of both worlds. You can use 223, you can use 556, it doesn't matter which bullet that you use. And it works out better than if you use 223 in a barrel made for 556. You get better performance when you do that. Is that true? I don't know. If it is, that's cool. It doesn't cost any more or any less than a 556 barrel, but I figured might as well go with the 223 Wild. I do pretty much exclusively buy 556. That tends to be the thing that has the best value and pricing when I'm ordering ammo. And I've put right about 1,500 rounds through this gun, plus or minus about 100. Mind you, I've been busy working on other content, but the saber has been complete and in the process of being tested for, I don't know, 4 months, 5 months now. I'm actually filming YouTube content so far ahead that who knows, by the time this video drops, I could have this gun up to 2,000 or 2,500 rounds. As of right now, this saber, it's solid. 1,500 rounds through it, not a single malfunction. Now this is not a long-range rifle, and the Holliston Ames also isn't really like an optic made for longer range anyways. I can tell you though, the current shooting spot that I have set up, I have maybe 150 yards maximum distance. Within that distance, anywhere that I place a target, the aims on the saber, totally legit. I'm going to basically tear down anything that I point and squeeze at. Honestly, I don't have any issues with the saber line from PSA. You know, you can buy an upper kit, you can buy a full gun. You have dozens of options for, you know, barrel length or handguard length, different furniture, colors, calibers, it doesn't matter. PSA's got you. Just like every other product that PSA makes, the saber is backed up by the industry's leading warranty. None of that should surprise you by now. Here's the question though. Holding up a standard PSA rifle kit versus a saber kit. Is the saber ultimately worth that extra money? For most new owners, casual range shooters, or people that are on a tighter budget, I'd probably say no. If that's you, just stick to a standard kit from PSA. That's going to work out just fine for you. Those things are reliable, they're going to last you a long time, you know, they're accurate, they're great guns. Aside from the Cerakote job, that's what this one is, and really this is one of my favorite guns that I own. Not just because of the American flag that's on it, but it's always done me right. The saber is for that person who wants an AR at a good price, but is also willing to throw down a few extra bucks for some add-ons. I've put together enough ARs that leaned heavily into that budget-minded category, that what I wanted to build was something that was a little bit more than that. Some would say, okay, if you want a high-end AR, why wouldn't you just buy this brand or that brand? Look, if your suit has to have an Armani tag on it, that's fine. You do you. For me, I will save a little bit of money. I will go with a PSA Sabre. I'll put a few other, you know, upgraded bits and pieces on it, and I will have a weapon that is going to work really well for me. Palmetto State Armory continues to make incredible products at an incredible price. They continue to back them up with a great warranty. Their customer service, probably the best in the business. This Sabre build, This is exactly what I needed in my life, and I think if you're watching this video, you probably need it too. Okay, you guys, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Get out there and get some range time, and I'll see you here soon.